Welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great this week and hope you had a great week. Anyways, just want to get started here. Just some things we're going to talk about today is how do you think about time and how to use your time, and what do you think about money, and how do you think about people, as far as like people that maybe you're going to have work for you or your customers, things like that. How do you look at that? And it's amazing is I'm going to talk about a few books that kind of gets you thinking a little differently and give you some ideas. There's other great books I'll talk about, but I didn't bring them along today. I was trying to go through the library and find them all, and we've got so many books that I spent about 20 minutes just to find the three of them out of the five I was looking for. So here we go. We're going to get started. How do you look at time? I'm going to just talk, and I'm not here to offend anybody, make anybody mad, but I'm going to talk about most people are employees, and you work your 40 hours a week or whatever you work a week, and you get home, you think I'm done. But as an entrepreneur, you want to do a side gig, a side hustle, start something new. So think about that. You have all these hours in a week, but you probably never looked at them, and think about what you could do like during your lunch break. If you have a half hour or an hour lunch break, what you could do to move forward. Think about your drive home. You can get education in your car, listen to audios, and now with technology you can download with your smartphone and your device there and uh, connect to your radio in your vehicle. And like I say, educate yourself while you're driving. If you have a long drive, anything over like 20 minutes, you can really change your whole life in a matter of a couple of years by listening to some great audios. So using your time wisely, and your weekends. What are you doing on your weekends? I know it's great to go out and have fun and all that stuff, but why don't you build your business first and create an income and a lifestyle so you can afford it, so you're not putting it on credit cards or going in debt to have fun. Like I say, your time. I'm not saying don't go have fun because you need to have some fun, but think about what you've done for the last 2 to 5 years to change your life in a better way. Have you started reading some books or listened to audio books? Have you listened to podcasts on success? Have you maybe changed who you hung around with? Have you started listening to successful people? And that's like I said, that's just with your time. Just little things you could do, just little 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time can, over a period of years, can really change a lot of things for you and your family. So that's just a basic one on that. Uh, and this is one that's kind of interesting. I would suggest reading it if you're just getting started. It's called The Winner Within by Pat Riley. It's a great book, about being a team player, and or maybe you're going to be the team leader, and you're going to have players with you. The other one is, like I say, when you're stressed out or you're worried about what if I fail, what if this doesn't happen, what if that does. Read this book here called Emotional Learning, to understand about your emotions, not other people's, but yours first, and that'll help you overcome some things when you get stressed out and struggling, and uh, things like that. Now we're going to talk about your time and money here, and I'm going to combine the two because most people are employees and they get paid so much an hour. And I'm just going to use an example of $25 an hour. I'm going to keep it real simple. Whether you make $11 an hour or $50 an hour, that's irrelevant. And we're just going to basically use a simple number of $25 an hour. What most people don't realize is if that's what you value yourself at because of your job, think about your off time. Are when you could be doing other things worth $25 an hour? So think about that. Let's say you go out and these are just examples. I'm like I say, I'm not here to offend anybody or saying you're doing right or wrong things. Let's say you smoke and a pack of cigarettes. I'm gonna go out crazy and say they cost $10 a pack, which they probably don't, but I don't know. So now you worked a third of an hour or a little more than that just to pay for a pack of cigarettes. That's if you smoke one pack a day. Let's say you drink a couple beers when you get home, and we're let's say I don't know what the numbers are because I don't drink beer, and let's say it's $1 a bottle, and so you take two a day. So think about that. Now you take that off your $25 an hour. Now you're going out to eat, and that's an easy $10, $10 to $15. So you're spending 1 hour of your work time And that's just eating one meal out, a pack of cigarettes and a couple beers. What about other stuff? What if you go out and do fun things that cost money? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying is think about where you're spending your money at. I remember reading in Dave Ramsey's book, and we actually went to the class on Financial Peace University. If you go out to one of them high-end coffee stores and you have one of the latte, whatever it is, 5 days a week, that's $1,500 a year. Think about what's right now with everything going on, what you can do with an extra $1,500 a year. That's your money, your time. You had to drive over there and you had to get it. So go out of your way to get it. Take the 5, 10, 15 minutes or whatever it takes to get it. So that's more of your time being spent, and you're making somebody else wealthy. So take that, because I learned from my mistakes. I used to eat out a lot being single. And then one day I started sitting there figuring out how much money I spent in a week. And it was a crazy amount of money spent in a week. And I made good money, wasn't that? But I was just wasting it. So there's little things you could do to have more money in your pocket. It's changing your habits, whether it's like eating out. And people say, I don't have time. Well, we all have 24 hours a day. So you need to change your habits, schedule your time better. And I always suggest getting some kind of calendar, whether it's a paper calendar, a digital calendar. That's totally up to you, however you want to do it. But use your time wisely. Use it, start thinking about how can I improve? How can I get better? The other one is when you talk about the emotional learning and all that. I've learned things over the years, changing what I say. I used to say, "Oh, well, we can't afford that." Well, we dropped that one now. Now we've been saying for years, "How can we afford it?" So now your brain goes to work thinking, "Okay, how can we create an income to afford whatever?" Let's say it's a new vehicle. Let's say it's a snowmobile or a jet ski or a boat or whatever it is for you. Or maybe it's just some basic bills. You don't say, we'll never be able to afford it. We just say, how can we afford it? And start going to work on how can we sell a few things, have a yard sale or garage sale or sale on Marketplace and sell stuff, or Let Go, or one of those social, digital platforms you can use. And that's just some other ways to make money. And think about, another one I read in a book was, if you haven't used it for between 5 and 10 years, been in your garage or closet or in the basement or wherever, sell it. If you need the money, sell it. Because you think about it, unless it's an heirloom from the family, it's different. But you'll be surprised what you can find in your garage and in your closets that you haven't used in years and years and years, but you're going to get to it. Well, we're always going to get to it. So think about that. So now you have your time going on, you got your money. How do you treat cash? Dollar bills, $10 bills, 25, 50s, hundreds. How do you actually physically handle them? I've been able to read some books on that. It was amazing because I've counted money for the church we go to. When people do their tithes, I've counted money, and it's amazing how people handle money. Some people just crumple it up and throw it in. Some people have it folded really nice and it's all flat and smooth. So it's very interesting, but it's a mental thing, because I don't know how many of you've heard of it. I've heard of it. I've done it. It's only $1. You go to a store, it's only $5. It's only $10. Well, all those 1, 5s, and $10, it's only adds up to a lot of money at the end of the year. And like I say, these are all the things that I've just learned over the years from successful people and by reading the books. Reading books on, like I say, how to handle your money. I was not good at it. I didn't have a good mentor as growing up as a kid, and I had to learn that. So that's, like I say, and I wanted to learn it because I got tired of making a lot of money and not having any money. So how do you handle your money physically? Are you using a debit card or a credit card all the time? When you do that, and you can look this up, you can read books on this, you will spend between 25 and 35% more money when you're using a debit or a credit card, because you do not see that money leave your fingers. You don't think about it. Another one successful people taught me to do is carry $100 bill in your pocket. Why? It makes you feel good. It's a mental feeling that makes you feel good. And people said, I've never seen a $100 bill. Well, save up your money. Like I say, work your way out of debt, but get where you can carry a $100 bill and watch how hard it is to take it out of your pocket and spend it, because now you have it. Now it's physically, you could do it, but it's like you don't want to do it. And it's amazing. And you might have to start out with just a 50, and that's okay. It's a progressive thing of creating a better uh, handling of money, budgets. If you have a set income every week, I strongly suggest a budget, because you need to know how much is going out. You need to know where your money is. And I wasn't, I didn't like to oversee the money. I could always make it money, but I've had to learn to oversee the money to see where it's going, because that way my wife Linda doesn't get all stressed out about where's the money going, or I need more money this week for this bill or that bill or this. So now it's funny, because she just asked me like 2 weeks ago, um, since I've over the last few years taken over the money, and not taking, I shouldn't say taking over, just watching over the money. And she asked me the other day, do you think I wasn't doing a good job? I said, no, you were doing a great job, but that's my responsibility to take and watch things like that. That way I don't get frustrated thinking that she's spending money on frivolous stuff when she wasn't. Uh, like I say, when all of a sudden you need money or something, and all of a sudden, well, it's all your fault. Well, if you're not watching the money, you don't know. So there's like say one more thing. Uh, and then how do you look at people? When as a business owner, my attitude is, how can I help the people, or how can I serve the people? When you're building a business, if you think of people as just a cash flow, or a dollar bill sign, oh, you know what? If I can get this guy to buy from me, I can get this much money from him. Instead of thinking, okay, does he need my services or my products? Because if they don't need your service, you know, just make friends and say hi, and you'll have some interest together. But think about that. Think about how you treat people, because I had to read a lot of books on people. Like I say, how to win friends with and influence people, influencing people, or how to influence people. Just all that. I mean, lots and lots of books uh, on how to deal with people, because I didn't understand uh, personality plus on my personality, a very driven personality. So it took quite a bit of time to learn that. So when you're going to deal with people. It doesn't matter what business you're in, what business you start, you are going to deal with people. So learn to get good at dealing with people. And Tim, my main mentor, he taught me that. He was probably the best person I'd ever seen remembering people's names. He remembered, and I'm not exaggerating, thousands of people's names, and I was blown away by watching him do that. And so think about that. Think about remembering people's names. Very, very important. And I still work on it. I have to work on it all the time. I get good for a while, then I start slacking off, and I get good at it. So there's some great books on how to remember people's name. Great, great ideas. I usually say it 3 times as I'm talking to them, or if I didn't get it, I'll apologize right away and say, hey, sorry, I didn't get your name. Could you say it again? And just little tricks like that. So think about that. Think about what you're gonna, what I talked about 3 different things, and I don't expect you to go out and do all 3 tomorrow, but which ones are most important for you to work on, and work on over the next few days, the next week, the next month, the next year, because it's going to be a process, and nobody just like instantly like, okay, I got this all figured out. No, it's a process. And like I say, that's where your mentorship comes in. Books are amazing mentors besides a person, because you can do it on your time, and you can find books that specifically for what you need. And that's a great thing. So like I say, here we go. We're going to talk about time, money, and people. And then where do you see yourself? Are you, the mental thing about being a business owner? Are you afraid of succeeding? Are you afraid you might fail? Well, you know what? You're going to fail in something in life. Maybe you played sports. Did you ever lose a game? Did you ever fail to get in a position that you wanted to play? That's just part of life. But you learn from your failures. So read books on how to overcome your failures, if that's one of your big things. If you're worried about, what if I succeed? What do I do now? And there's books on that. There's all kinds of books, and people can help you with that. you want to win, but you don't know how to win. There's, like I say, The Winner Within. There's just some great books out there on this subject. So, like I say, it's overcoming the little things. And when you meet people, meet them with a smile. I mean, even if you don't even know, just smile at them. You'll be amazed what happens, especially right now. Of course, with a lot of people wearing masks, it's pretty hard to tell if they're smiling or not. So, like I say, when the masks come off, and just get in the habit of smiling at people, and it changes their attitude, changes your attitude. Be thankful. Be thankful that you have an opportunity to, that you've come up with an idea, or going to start a business. Be thankful for that. Be thankful for every opportunity you get out there for a win. And when you have a setback, think about, okay, what did I learn from that? How do I need to change things? How do I need to fix things? I remember starting one business. I had to learn how to cold contact people, and just by meeting them. And I used to drive an hour from my house or more just to learn how to do that, because I knew I was going to fail, but at least I would never see those people again. So that's just something to think about. Maybe that's not your personality. It was, for me, it was very scary to meet new people. So, like I say, it's just overcoming little by little, but I wanted to be successful more than my fear of meeting people. I never thought I would do public speaking, working and stand in front of people and talk. And I thought that was absolutely no way in my life would I ever do that. My parents thought, are you really standing in front of people? Because they used to know when I was in high school, we had a farm. So whenever we had to do a book report, I would always tell my parents, hey, I got to go fix some fence, or I got to fix this today, or work on this field, or whatever, to get out of school. I would literally skip school so I would never have to stand in front of the classroom of 15 or 20 people. And it took me a process of time to learn how to talk in front of people. But I wanted to succeed more than I was worried about my mistakes. Was I going to make mistakes? Absolutely, I do that. But I wanted that winning, succeeding, to be more, I guess, powerful than the failure. We can all fail. That's real easy to do, or quit, or whatever you want to do. Quitting's easy, but then you get in the habit of quitting. So start working on success. And when you have setbacks, find some people that can encourage you and help you, move forward, or help you get through it. Don't hide yourself in a box and think, oh, I just should just quit. Because if you have that habit, you need to get out of that habit. So hopefully that helped you this week. And like I say, we're working on some more interviews, and hopefully we'll have next week. We'll have an interview with one of the. I've got 4 or 5 people lined up, so we're just trying to get the timing squared away. And it's exciting 2021. Business is going great. Like I say, focus on the positives. Stay away from the news and the media, and even social media. If they're not the positives you're looking for, just turn it off, change the channel, whatever. But think about it. It's you only have, this is not a dress rehearsal here. You got one lifetime, so why don't you win for your family and yourself? God bless, and have a great week. Thank you.